out. What's happening, man? How you doing, man? More people gonna be showing up here in the stream soon, but I can see your comments, man. Um, but yeah, man. For let's see what we got looking here. I know I'm live, motherfucker. All right, all right, man. But for those that are in the stream hanging out, man, and you don't know, if you're here for episode 2 last time, man, y'all know KarnageKingTv, man. We got him back for this one, and we got someone brand new in with this one this time, man. We got IOhBeast, formerly Morbidly Obese, man. He's switching it up like he likes to do, but definitely, if you haven't checked him out, man, he's a Realm Royale streamer.
Not strictly, but for the most part.
I was gonna say for a minute. He's been doing it for a minute. But definitely, man, check out his stream, and y'all already know to check out Carnage's stream. But yeah, man, we in here pushing, man, making this shit happen. So I wanted to do this stream, man, because I feel like, I'm an old man. I got a lot of things that fucking piss me off on a daily basis, push me a little bit over the edge. And to be honest with you, I need a release a lot of times to keep my ass from going to prison. Like, it's a tempting situation every day, bro. And like I said, I just wanted to have a stream where we can have a good time, and we could also release some stress, get this shit off our chest. You know what I mean? Talk about some things. I know there's gonna be some people in the chat. I know there's gonna be stuff that I'm gonna say that Beast is gonna agree with, that Carnage is gonna agree with, and be like, "Damn, I thought I was the only one that felt like that." But yeah, man, I deal with that same shit. Oh yeah. So yes, so that's what I wanted to do. Go ahead. What's up, man?
So yes, sir.
Yeah. So basically, like I said, man, we're just gonna start it off, man. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna toss it around. I'm literally gonna grab my list right here. And believe me, I might have to cut some back, bro. That's how angry of a man I am. Is that I got a lot of topics here. So let me grab my list real quick. Without even looking at the list, I can tell y'all right now, the very first thing that I want to jump onto, and because no matter where you live, no matter where you're from, you deal with it. And I want to start with traffic. Man. You know what I'm saying? Like this, we're gonna start with traffic, and I'm gonna say something right now that, like I said, maybe Beast won't agree with it, maybe Carnage don't agree with it. It doesn't matter. That's the thing I was gonna throw out there. Sometimes we may not agree with each other, but these are personal things that affect our lives, and so we'll just nod our heads and roll on with it if we don't agree. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, pleasant debates.
So here's what it is. I personally believe that everyone every 3 years should have to redo their driver's test. You
could agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just personal belief I have from what I see on an everyday basis. And I live in fucking Atlanta. And from what I see in an everyday basis, there's no fucking way that these people really pass their driver's test.
That's fair.
They went to a small town, little middle of nowhere place where they did their little tests on back roads and shit. And they somehow
the man feels attacked right now.
I grew up in a village, dog. What do you?
But I mean,
what do you say?
But you've been put to some tests though, driving on the highways and going back and forth, because I know you go to all different cities and shit.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah.
I feel like these people, they just, there were so many things they failed. They were just like, fuck it, you passed. They just check marked them off all the way down. And the reason why I say this, I'll try to do specific scenarios here. The one thing that drives me so fucking mad, that literally pushes me over the edge to where I want to get out of my car, is that, okay, I'll pull up to a stoplight, and let's say on the right of me there is a gas station, there is a some kind of business, something where people would be coming out to come out to the lane, to come out to the light. I leave that lane open always. But I know I usually leave it open for the people that are coming the other way who want to make the left into that business.
Oh yeah.
Or if I do let someone out, it's after the light turns green, and I will wave them out. My problem is the fucking privileged assholes who believe that because that motherfucking space is open, And we've all been sitting here for 10 to 15 minutes in traffic waiting for all these lights to turn. And you just got up to the motherfucking little entrance right there that I'm somehow required to let you out. And that open space right there is specifically for you. Mm-hmm. And like I said, it makes me so angry. And then it gets to the point to where even if I'm nice, I said, fuck it. It's an old lady, whatever the fuck, I'll let you out. Go ahead and go. The motherfucker behind him trying to follow him afterwards.
I think everybody should know that's a one-person rule.
Yeah, exactly.
I got a pretty big fucking truck, and I've been tempted to run that second motherfucker over too many times. Like, hey, if I'm letting one, that's one person. Because otherwise, then you'll be sitting there, and then you'll be waiting, and then now it turns into them. When sometimes you get in those emergent situations.
You know what it is? It's like when you hold the door open for somebody at a business, like an old lady, whatever the fuck, and then another person comes behind, like you're just the goddamn door holder.
And then they don't say thank you.
Yeah. Sorry. Exactly.
Not even bro, I just want to nod. Like if we're dudes, you ain't got to say thank you. Just be like, hey, bear, I man. I just nod at me. Yo, we got Kathy off in the stream. That's Carnage's wife. Says literally what I just had to deal with that lady at the frontage road at the stop sign trying to go in front of me. Yes.
Oh yeah, we just went to go pick the dogs up from the vet, and it literally just happened to her. She goes, "Excuse me, bitch." It's like a frontage road, like right there, and that person was coming, and she's just creeping, and we were going, and that lady, and then she started. You could tell she was getting mad at us. Like, no, you're at a stop sign. You should be sitting there for quite a while, probably.
Oh yeah,
they just
care and feeling privileged,
Like I said, yeah, exactly. There's self-importance. Where I'm going is way more important than where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
Or you, I'm coming out of this business. I got someplace to be. You have to let me out.
Right.
And I'm like, no. You get your ass out here. You put time in this traffic like we've put time in this traffic. We're sitting here bored out of our fucking mind, looking at our phone when we're not supposed to be. Fucking we've been sitting here this whole time. You just pulled up. No, you sit there and wait like we did. So like I said, I wanted to throw that one out. That was easy. I knew we'd all have something to say about that because no matter where you were in a small town to a big city, it can push you over the fucking edge sometime. And I'm not against guns, nor am I for guns. I have no opinion on them. But if I had one in my car, I'd already be in prison. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So,
it's not that bad. Even in Green Bay, I mean, it's like 100,000 people, but it's spread out pretty good. And there's like a few intersections that are really shitty, but for the most part, it's not bad at all. I can't imagine like the outskirts of Atlanta where you got a couple million people or 500,000-600,000.
Bro, coming from a small town, Michigan, I don't go to any big cities really around us. I mean, Grand Rapids is big, but it ain't Atlanta big. When I drove to Atlanta to go to HRX, some of the scariest shit. Like 6 lanes of traffic, just fucking not giving a shit going in.
We have something called Spaghetti Junction, where we literally they make the roads go on top of each other, above each other, around each. It looks like a rail, like a roller coaster track. It's literally built exactly like that. The lanes go through each other, above each other, and they're about like 40-50 feet in the air. And you got to go up these things. It's so much, man. That's why I'm looking forward to moving to the damn country. I can't wait to get to a spot to like my neighbors a mile away. Like I gotta drive like 6 miles into town just to get milk. I can't fucking wait, dude.
Just to get milk? Is that what you just said?
Yeah,
milk.
Yeah,
some milk.
I'm sorry, man. I got it at the Atlanta accent. I try to come out of it every now and then, man. So you hear I don't say man. I say man. It's that's the accent, man. But like I said, we talked about this the other day, man. People up north, Michiganders and Wisconsin, they don't believe they have accents. I've told them like you got a weird accent.
I think it's really white accents, Like
it kind of the only time I've ever really heard it is like I said from that movie Fargo. That UP voice and shit and everything that I've heard.
Oh, okay. But like I don't have that.
No, not at all.
I'm a Michigander, but like you don't get that until you get to like the UP and then you get a little northern UP. Then you start to sound Canadian and then straight up Canadian.
Yeah. The wife's got it with some words she says. It's being from on the peninsula, she's a little up there.
Oh, really? Oh, damn. Oh, yeah. That's probably get a little something there.
Yeah,
She didn't know until about 2 years ago. Yeah, when she went to a bachelorette party with a bunch of chicks from Illinois, and they were like, "Wow, you got a really heavy accent." And she's like, "Oh no, oh no."
To be honest with you, I mean, I've heard the common, the Canadian what's up, like that's like associated with Canada, but the Yoopers, I hear that more with the Yoopers around here than I do with other Canadians that I meet and shit like that.
Yeah.
It's like,
All right,
really?
man. So I got a bunch, man, but I know y'all got some, man. So like I said, none of this is gonna blend together, y'all. It's gonna be jump from one subject to another. So I guess in order, round robin here, we'll go Beast, man. Well, you got something you want to throw out?
Well, you talk about traffic, so it's kind of a perfect segue. People that go under the speed limit, okay. So I understand it's a speed limit. You don't have to go that speed, but at least be respectful that you go yourself going that speed. Stay in the right lane.
Yeah,
watch.
That's what I was going to ask you. Now, in residential, in comparison to highway, do you still believe that in in residential areas that the left lane is still the fast lane?
No. See,
okay.
No, I don't. Not necessarily. No, not residential areas. I mean, I drive a majority of a highway anyway, but I mean, residential areas is always just slow people fucking everywhere as it is. It's like I run into literally several people a day. I mean, I drive like 200 miles a day, so like that's like average for me. So
Jesus,
I just get mad all the time. So I'll drive from I
can see it in your face.
Hour and a half to Lansing, hour and a half to Michigan City to Proximate. So like I'm so used to it, but again, there's times where I'm like, I want to run you off the fucking road right now. Get the fuck out of my way. It's easy for you. Just get over in the right lane. There's no one there. And
again, man.
But I can't. I'm in a company van. I just gotta, suck it up and
that respect, man. That's what I'm saying. It's just that goes back to the last podcast I had with it is the generational thing. People don't respect you or respect your time.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care, that you could be late and have, maybe like I said, you're doing a job, you're running something someplace, you're whatever you're doing, and if you're late and shit like that, they don't care if you're gonna get in trouble. They don't care, don't care about you. They're usually having their nice little Sunday drive, fucking enjoying themselves.
Yep.
Well, or you finally get around them, then you see they've just been on their phone the whole fucking time.
Yeah.
They got on their steering wheel and they're like steering with 2 fingers so they can text somebody.
Oh, bro! I said about getting angry and shit. You know how mad it makes me where I'm behind the person and I'm like, well, if I get up next to these motherfuckers, I'm cussing them out. I'm pointing at them. I'm like, I'm flipping them. I'm about to I'm acting like I'm gonna open my door, and then I realize it's like an 18-year-old girl. I'm oh shit. Okay.
I always segue to the.
Dude, you gotta fucking lay on the horn and just fucking jerk it a little bit towards them, so as they come in, they hopefully drive off the road and hit a tree.
You see, I drive a big ass Ford Transit, about 10 foot tall, 12 foot tall van. That I'm flipping.
All right, man. Well, like I said, as much as we hate this traffic shit, what you got something, Carnage, man? What you got for me, man?
Dude, you know what's been pissing me off lately is I've been trying to explain to my kid how taxes work. And because he's trying to buy some shit, man, and he's like, but it says $9.99 and I have $10, and I'm like, yeah, but that doesn't work because they're gonna charge you some taxes. Yeah, so trying to explain to him that, I just realized like how much it pisses me off when I look at my check and see that I paid taxes, and then we pay taxes on the gift card that he got, so he can pay taxes on the game that he's trying to buy.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean, that's your money getting taxed 3 fucking times.
I'm dealing with that right now with my 20-year-old. He just turned 20, by the way. And he's doing his taxes and on TurboTax and shit. Yeah. And he's like, well, why am I not getting back all of this? And I'm like, because that money went into Social Security. Of course, Social Security takes the most. So he's seeing this big amount of money and he's like, why am I not getting it back? If they took it, I should be getting it back. And I'm like, no, this is the part.
Did you even explain to him that it would probably be gone by the time he's old enough to collect it? So he's really just giving it all away?
Yeah. No shit.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I don't want to tell him too much, man. I don't want to push him over the fucking edge.
Just trying to explain to him the simple shit. Like every time you buy something, the government in Wisconsin, it's like 5%. I was like, so every dollar, man, they want 5%. So he's like, wait, so $10, they're taking like 50 cents? And I'm like, yep, that game's going to come out to like 10.48. And I can watch his little brain like, that's not fair. And then I'm like, well, if you knew how much they were taking out of dad's check, you'd really be unhappy.
Yeah, and then everything else you pay after that.
Yeah.
Shit, man. Yeah, I remember when I was younger trying to get a video game system, and I was like, oh, it's only, $200 for the system. And then you find out how much tax they add on to it, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah, it's really like $223 or whatever.
Shit. So, all right, man, let me see what we're going to here. Okay. See, mine jumps around so much that I gotta go into my different parts here. So, let's see here.
I mean, I have vastly different topics as well. So
yeah. Okay. So here we go. Now this is going to, and I don't think you guys would have a problem with this because I think you guys are both kind of loyal,
super awesome,
to where you're from. Yeah. But okay, my issue, my main problem that I have a problem with, this is a personal thing for me, and I don't respect anybody who does this, and it doesn't make any fucking sense to me. And that is not having hometown loyalty. That is basically saying, I am from this state. I was born and raised here. My parents were born and raised here. This is, my life. It's always been my life, but I root for a team 3,000 fucking miles away. And
yeah, I'm like, sports, or we talk about just in general, they don't like their own.
Just in general, because that also breaks down to, if you're not happy from where you're from, save up money and fucking move. I mean, that's really how you could look at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I don't understand people that have professional sport teams. Some of them 2, 3, 4, 5 in their state, and they go, well, but when I was younger, I really liked this team, and I really like this player, so I've always followed this team. And it's like, there's a reason why there's cities behind these teams. There's reason. You can't just pick the color you like. You can't. So
you're telling me this man's supposed to root for the Lions the whole time? He can't pick nobody that's good.
I was just about to fucking say that, bro.
Like,
here's the thing, though.
Matt Stafford right now. Lions. Like, I'm rooting for Matt Stafford. I always liked him. He's just been in Detroit for too long.
Yes, thank you, thank you.
But once again, though, is your loyalty to where you're from, or your loyalty to who's a good player?
I mean, you got to root for the home team, but you got to pick a backup.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I will agree with that, because when the Falcons aren't doing that good, I'll watch another team. I'll just kind of pick one randomly throughout the year. That's cool. But like, it's just the people that are just like,
I get what you're saying,
make it sound like they hate where they're from.
Like, they're from
literally like
Ohio, and they're like, yeah, fuck the Browns and fuck the
yeah. Where it's like literally like even their team.
It's like a serious disadvantage, or
or I'll talk to somebody. They'll be from Texas or whatever, and I'm like, yo, man, the Cowboys are in the Super Bowl this year, and they're like, fuck the Cowboys, and I'm like, what? I'm like, haven't you been in Dallas your whole fucking life? Your family's from fucking Dallas. How much money that brings in,
and what that does for your economy down there.
You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, if you're not loyal to where you're from, then move. Like, you can literally just, if you're LA, move to fucking LA, move to fucking New York, just go show your loyalty someplace else. But to me, I do give a couple of passes. I do give a couple of passes to that to people. And like I said, this is a lot because, but if your dad rooted for that team, if your dad rooted for that team, that's cool. You get a pass. That's your father's team. He put it, and raised you up in it. That's fine. I get it. If your dad's from that city, or your parents from that city, your grandfather, whatever the hell. I mean, if you were born there and then moved, whatever it is, there's a bunch of passes that I will give for for your loyalty not being in the home state. But it's just like, if you have all professional sports teams, I mean, you have basketball, you have football, you have all this shit, and you just went, well, I'm a Lakers fan because of Kobe.
I mean, yeah, that's just kind of dick riding,
Thank you. Holy fuck. I was literally about to say this, bro. You're dick riding so hard, you're about to end up pregnant.
Like, players, LeBron. Like, I mean, obviously, it's like,
root for the player. You ain't got to root for the team. Play fantasy football. Like
everybody liking the Patriots.
Yeah,
it's like one of the smallest populations in the country, and they got like a huge following just because they won a bunch.
And have you ever actually been to Boston?
No.
Fucking sucks. Anyways,
fucking sucks.
I mean,
shitty Chicago. Fuck those guys.
And then we all got our rivals and shit here, bro. But I want to hear shit, because nobody will ever experience 28-3. Nobody will ever have that happen to them ever again. I had the worst loss to ever be. We finally, after 60 years, make it. I I'm gonna move on because I'm gonna cry and punch shit. Cry and punch shit at the same time.
I'm gonna buy you like a punching bag or something. Just to
Tom Brady punching bag.
Oh,
or something you can just punch.
I had a good day. I was so happy the other day when he said he retired. It was a good day. I just enjoyed it. But all right, man. So that was my thing. I said people are going to disagree with it. They're going to be like, "Oh, I got my teams. You can have your team." Blah 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 blah. And I still think it's bitch shit. I still think that you should fucking love where you're from, and if you don't love where you're from, then move the fuck out. I mean, just you know, there's 32 teams, but there's like 20 something other states that don't even have a pro team because they don't think there's a good market to make money on. You know what I'm saying? You think people in motherfucking Alabama, Mississippi, Kentucky, all these other places and shit wouldn't love to have a pro fucking team, and you shit
that's
on
weird
them?
though too, because they got such fucking dominant like college ball, don't they?
Yeah. That's they gave Oklahoma City a chance, and it turned out pretty well. So I've been saying for years, all these other states should get a damn team. I mean, just give them a chance, see how much money you can make off it. Because look at how many fucking people show up to Alabama Crimson Tide games. They're making money hand over fist out there. So but that's I just wanted to make that clear. I was like, I'm an Atlanta fan, whether they go 0-16.
Fuck off.
Yeah, basically, because if they go 0-16, I'm still gonna wear my Falcons hat. I'm still gonna wear my Falcons jersey. Say whatever the fuck you want to, and because a lot of out of towners have actually moved to Atlanta now, and literally we have New Yorkers and a bunch of other people down here and shit. Which by the way, I will put that out here right now. It's not even on my list. Move the fuck back home. We don't want you here. We don't need you here. We don't care how great your pizza is. Go the fuck back up there and eat it. You don't belong down here in the South, okay? You don't like our accents and you think we're Bama, blah, blah, blah. Get the fuck out of my state. Don't tell me you came down here for work and your bitch ass works at Dollar General. Came down for work. You came down here to move in with your 16 cousins in one house. Anyways, let's go ahead and keep it pushing, bro. Now let's see what Beast can come up with, man. We're going in this circle again.
All right, this one's gonna get you fired up too here.
All right,
all of them do, but I have a problem with new age mainstream rap.
Yes, sir. 1,000%.
I personally believe right now with it becoming mainstream, it's the reason why so many fucking I personally seeing so many little fucking kids, 12, 13 years old, trying to drink fucking lean and shit. Like, I don't get me wrong, I'm a fan of fucking rap and fucking hip hop as a whole. I love it. I love it all. Most of it. If you're lyrical and you're good about it. But I feel like 90% of what we're listening to on the radio nowadays, especially, is literally all about the same shit. Twerking and drugs. It's
okay. Now I'm gonna make a controversial. I'm gonna see along with that. I'm gonna add on to that because I was actually gonna leave this out of this, this podcast because this is a controversial subject. And to be honest with you, 3 white dudes in here like that, it's controversial for me to even say this. But this is coming out of Doc's
mouth. You don't know I'm white.
I don't think I've any. All right, let's move on. All right, so this is coming out of Doc's mouth. This ain't coming out of Beast's mouth. This ain't coming out of Carnage. I'm gonna say this. I want to make sure that I'm taking rep for this. Okay. The problem what's happening now is that something that used to be street culture, something that used to be hood culture, something that used to be urban storytelling has now became black culture. And the reason why it's became black culture is because the majority of black people right now live in the fucking suburbs. So when it comes down to it, they don't say hood pass no more. They say black pass. If you watch a lot of these YouTube videos and shit like that, they associate gangster shit, hood shit with black shit. And you got suburban black teenagers, suburban white ones, suburban Mexican, whatever the fuck, associating, I have to act this way. I have to pretend to be this way. I got to be the neighborhood dope man. I got to carry a gun. I got to do all this shit because I'm being told it's my culture. When it was never that. When hip hop in itself was created, it was created by Italians, Puerto Ricans, and blacks in the boroughs of fucking New York. And everybody was breakdancing, everybody was battling. I mean, all this shit. I mean, if you really want to get deep into this, it goes a lot further. But the problem is that once again, something that people are going to say I don't have the right to speak on being a partial Caucasian male, cisgendered, whatever the fuck. But I was there in the fucking 80s when this shit started. I saw what it was, when and now I know what it became. And the problem is that there's too much fake lying, fake storytelling, and making up shit of dudes that ain't never did street shit, that ain't never gangbang, so dope, never did motherfucking shit, but are portraying it like it's the thing to do. And then younger black kids and younger other kids are being told this is your culture, and so they emulate it. They got their pants hanging around their motherfucking ass. They're carrying pistols and shit when they don't fucking need to. They live in down the street from me where I live. They got motherfucking millionaires, like $1 million houses, literally $1 million for these houses. Every single one of those houses in that neighborhood is owned by a black family. They make more money as doctors and lawyers and everything else than I've ever seen, but their kids will walk out and swear to God they live in the projects. Swear to fucking God, they got a bust pistols and gangbang and blah, blah, blah. Bro, you live in Flowers Crossing. And the only struggle that you've ever had to deal with is the fact that your parents bought you the gray BMW when you wanted the blue. So, I mean, that's my opinion on it when it comes to that, and why you got all this fake ass bullshit on the radio, because it's basically become a trend. Yeah, where it's like, if you don't talk about this, if you don't do like this, if you don't pretend to be this, then people want to listen to you. But everything else you were talking about,
tied to like millions of dollars.
Yeah, it's Hollywood nowadays.
You know what I mean? So they make a bullshit track where they don't even say nothing. They just flash guns, money, and bitches. And
they really don't say nothing now, because now every motherfucking song out there from Migos and shit just go bubba da bubba.
It doesn't mean anything. That's the problem.
And then they make $6 million, and all the kids see is that that dude had a gun and he was with a bitch and he was smoking weed, and now he's got millions of dollars because they're just throwing money and they got fancy cars.
We talked about that shit all through the 80s and through the motherfucking 90s, but the thing is that a lot of people that were talking about it were actually living it.
Right.
These things were actually happening. We were actually witnessing police brutality. We were actually seeing our friends get shot. We were actually going through all this shit. We weren't just doing it to make a buck.
Right.
And that's the difference.
My thing is, I can't respect it unless it has some sort of lyrical sensibility to where I can actually feel a story and feel something from the song. But the problem is, I'm saying with what's popular at all nowadays, is there is no emotion connected to it at all. Look how much
I think
money
it's also
I got bitches. I
think it's also no authenticity. I think every single thing that they've ever said in every single one of their raps in the past 15 years is a fucking lie. I mean, look at the fact even though he's lyrically good, the biggest rapper in the world is a child actor who grew up in the richest suburb in Toronto, Canada. I need everyone to think about that. The most famous millionaire rapper is from Toronto, Canada. And if you look it up, if you actually do the research, he grew up in one of the richest suburbs in that city.
Talking about Eminem? What?
No, what?
Who the fuck are you talking about?
Drake.
Okay. Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Did you think Eminem was from Toronto?
I thought he was fucking with you.
I know. I was like, what the fuck? That's what I think of when you said the greatest fucking rapper.
No, I didn't say greatest. I said biggest. He's the one that makes the most money. Anytime he puts a motherfucking song out, there's like 6 million dicks on him. You know what I'm saying? Just everybody riding him.
Compare him to a actual rapper, dog. Like,
I mean, well, like I said, we're talking about commercial. We're talking about commercial. That's we're not talking about real rappers.
Yeah, you're right.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Pissed me off. Like, I can't remember what song it was the other day exactly. I had made this point to my girlfriend exactly, dude. In one song, I think it was Lil Wayne. Another song, Drake's like red flag hanging on my side. I'm like, bruh.
And like, never.
No, you didn't. You fucking didn't.
Maybe he sucked Lil Wayne's dick long enough that he gave him a red bandana. But other than that,
exactly.
He ain't never struggled. He ain't never sold dope. That's another thing, bro. He's been stealing everything he could. There's a couple of songs where he even will put like a southern accent on to sound like whatever the beat is and shit. And he'll say shouty and all this other shit. And I'm like, come on, man, just say A and talk about syrup and poutine and shit. Don't fucking just cut it out, man. People will still listen to you. You can still whine about your feelings and everything. I mean.
Yeah, I mean, all he is, he's just a glorified performer, basically, because 90% of his shit somebody else wrote.
Yeah.
But
you know what I
mean? Somebody else writes it, then he just performs it really well, and then the guy is a gazillionaire, and they think he's really good. It's like, no, he's a good performer. He's not good at writing songs.
I hate to take it to this point. I hate to take it to this point, but I got to point it out. when a white rapper, I hate to take this again, but when a white rapper comes out, they always want to test his authenticity. They always want to know what hood he's from, what street he's from, whether or not he grew up with black people, blah, 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 blah. They ask him all these questions. Now, I'll take it back to the early 90s. The reason why Vanilla Ice lost everything and no one listened to him anymore is because his record company came out and basically forced him to do all that and to lie and say that he was a dope dealer from Miami. Really, Rob Van Winkle was some blue collar. He lived in a trailer from Dallas, Texas. His whole persona was fake. Everything was fake about him. But people went out of their way to expose him and to prove that he wasn't who he said he was. Why the fuck are we not doing this to every fucking rapper that's on the radio right now?
I'm pretty sure when that happened, Suge Knight himself went to his
put him over the balcony.
Hotel room, put him over the fucking balcony,
and
threatened his life for control of his music.
Yeah. Because he knew he was a punk. I mean, let's be honest. But the point is though, it's like, why are we not? If his authenticity mattered, because this is a white boy coming into the rap game. If his authenticity mattered that much, why are we not doing this to every fucking soldier boy that gets famous off SoundCloud and know they're doing it in their fucking rich ass grandma's house and they just learned how to do Fruity Loops?
Because nowadays,
why the fuck are we not questioning?
Nowadays, it's not about that for the most part. For the majority of mainstream people, it's not about that. It's about the can you get a catchy song? Can you sell things? That's it.
Oh, I've heard the excuse. Oh, it doesn't matter, man. It's just good music. It's just music, bro. It's just music. And I'm like, and you know what? If this was the fucking the 40s and 50s in Mississippi and you were doing blues music and you would never actually experience the fucking blues and you were called out as a fucking liar, needless to say that they probably never would have found you and you'd be in a swamp somewhere. So it used to be serious. Now it's just, how long can we keep lying before somebody finds out we're lying?
As much as I don't care for any of his music, that Tekashi 6ix9ine kid.
Oh yeah, I don't even start it now.
You know what I mean? But like he was really in the fucking. It was
he
all
really
like
was banging and shit like that, but he was also snitched.
Fucking he realized it got too real and he didn't want to die and he made a lot of money. He's like, I don't need to be here no more.
To be honest,
but they didn't care and he made a video with this fucking.
I can't really say. As old as I am and as many kids as I have, I can't really say I wouldn't have snitched my goddamn self. I don't know. I know.
That's what I'm saying. Dude's like, wait, I
know the streets say never snitch
in the crib. I just gotta say some shit. I can pay everyone to protect me. I get out. I'd be free for a little while. Maybe I die. But it's better than sitting in jail for 20 or whatever. I
tell my homeboy, but let's be real. Like you're 20. If you do 20 years in prison, you get out. You're 40. I'm 40 right now. I'll die in prison. Maybe your ass should take the rap for me. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, man. All right. So actually, okay. So yeah, we already, bro. Believe me, me and Beast do a whole podcast when it comes to the hip hop shit, man. And it's nothing. It's not hip hop. It's not rap. I don't even know what it is. It's nursery rhymes. It's nursery rhymes to a little beat. I would never call it rap or hip hop. I only listen to underground shit, and I'll never. Anytime I turn on the radio and my son tells me who that artist is, blah blah blah, I make sure that it never shows up on my Spotify or anything else.
I lost faith in any mainstream shit since Rex on Rex on Rex.
It doesn't matter, man.
I fucking hate it. Oh god.
I'm gonna be honest with you. What can make suburbanites? I won't say white people. I mean, what can make suburbanites move their ass around a little bit and try to clap what they don't have?
Clap what they don't have. I am offended.
Oh my god, cancel me. Anyways, all right, man. So it's Karnage's turn, man. What you got, bro?
Dude, as I've gotten older, like listening to people complain about the same shit over and over and over, and then have them keep doing the same shit that keeps getting that same fucking outcome that they keep complaining about. You know what I mean? Like I got a couple buddies, and I hope you're listening. Fuck you. That keep complaining about some girl and how everything sucks, and you're not happy, and your job sucks. But then they just wake up every morning and be like, "But she's mine, and this is my job." And they just, you know what I mean? It's the same thing on repeat, and it's like, man, I'm a pretty happy, fun-going fucking guy. And if you're gonna be like completely down on shit, it's not like I get being sad. Like if you got cancer, there ain't shit you can do about that, but try to, take the steps to heal yourself from there. But like you didn't do that to yourself more than likely. But if you keep putting yourself in these shitty situations, and keep getting these horrible outcomes and you're unhappy. And then it's been like, maybe, I don't know, 10 years of you just doing the same shit. Like, I don't want to hang out with you anymore because you're just dragging me down, man.
What's the quote, man? What's the quote? Where was it? That's the definition of insane. Is doing the same thing. Yeah, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different outcome. Yeah. So I mean, those motherfuckers is just literally crazy. Like, they're lazy as well. That's one of the other reasons I was gonna say.
For a minute, I quit this job that I have now. I quit and went to a glass installation place. I used to work with this guy, and every single fucking day we would go out. Something wouldn't be exactly right with the work order or something like that. I swear to God, every single day this dude threatened to quit. He would throw shit. He would fucking just complain. I worked there for 6 months. I swear to God, almost every single day, at least 3 to 4 times a week. He said, I'm quitting. I'm done every single day. After about a month or so of hearing it, I was so fucking annoyed and shut the fuck up. Do something about it or don't. I don't want to hear about it every goddamn day.
I mean, exactly. The realest thing is, man, the realest thing anybody can do, especially when if it's a job that they're fed up with, is even if it's $5, every single time that you get paid, put money aside to the point to where you have this savings account that you can dip into. So if you leave that fucking job, you got something. You have something to fall back on. You have something to live off of while you're trying to get into a better job. That you don't have to freak out every fucking day and throw shit and act like an asshole.
Right.
I mean, and
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so that guy, every single day you went to work and you're like, you left to where you were and you're like, maybe this will be better for me. I can better my situation. You got to deal with this asshole that hates his life and refuses to do anything about it while you made that jump to try to better yourself and be happier. And then you're like, fuck, maybe it wasn't so bad where I was. And now you're back where you were. And you're like, I didn't want to fucking be here. But it's because of that one random asshole. Now I'm back where I started.
It's kind of how it happened. Almost exactly how it happened, except for the fact that it was just because that company was a piece of shit too. So,
but I mean, you took that chance. At least then like, okay, where I'm at, it's not as bad as I thought it was, but I still.
Right, exactly. I went back to getting my job back. We're good.
But yeah, so that's like I said, man. That's laziness. That's not really wanting to actually fucking try. That I mean, there's a bunch of, and like I said, and then a lot of times it's just people's literal fucking batshit crazy. Like you think you know a person until you hear them say and do these things, and you're like, I don't even like the fact that I'm an acquaintance with you. Like we need to end this shit now. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, all right, man. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next one, man. I got another one here. Like I said, it's only probably gonna affect me because I don't know. I can't really tell with Beast, man. But Karnage has got the full beard. I think Beast may or may not trim his a little bit. But my thing is that I have literally caught shit before. And I've heard this from good old boys, and I've heard this from fucking just regular ass, preppy ass little boy assholes out here and shit. That literally, I have a box beard. I shave up underneath my chin, and I keep it like right there and shit. And that basically, that somehow, some way, because I actually take and make the effort to trim my beard, to shape my beard, to do something that would be considered a metrosexual. That somehow I'm gay or I'm less of a man or I shouldn't care about that. I should just let it grow up, let it be bushy. I should be Bear Grylls fucking living in the woods. Like somehow, some way, my facial hair can make me whether or not I'm a fucking man. And the fact that I choose to groom it, brush it. I got oils, I got balms, I do all this shit. I want this shit to fucking look good. I want my wife to look at me and be like, damn, he cares. He actually gives a shit about what I see when I look at him. This ain't for everybody else. Do what now?
Does that ever happen though?
I have literally. What are you talking about?
Her going like, damn, I like that.
I know we are not talking with your penis looking face. I know we're not even going to get into that. But anyway.
Wow.
All right. So, but anyways, I just wanted to throw that out there and say like that. I've literally heard that somehow. I don't know what else comes along with it. I guess I've
given people shit for not being able to grow any facial hair. Like I had a couple buddies that are like 30 and they've shaved like once in their life, and they have like maybe the soul patch and like a little bit of like like a 13-year-old's mustache, and they're like 32 or 33 years old.
Yeah.
And then I make fun of them like, dude, you can't even like grow a beard yet.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That had to do with his dad. that had to do with his genes and his bloodlines and shit like that, man. Like fucking that shit got passed on.
I'm just saying, like, to me, that stuff's
no
weird.
testosterone.
I don't care how you shave it or style it, or if you shave every day and you keep it clean. But those people that can't grow it at all, I'm like, oh man, you probably got no brain and lots of space for growing hair up top or something. That's fucking weird.
To be honest with you, like I said, that's that also that lack of testosterone. And be honest with you, you're probably gonna it's gonna take it a while for you to get your girl pregnant. But anyways, I just wanted like I said, throw that out there because I've literally been told that somehow.
Right.
Well, like, because they say about the
bitch.
Yeah, honestly.
Meanwhile, he's like, I hate when people tell me I look gay or I'm metrosexual because I trim my beard.
With your penis-looking face. What?
Yeah, what the fucking two-sided rant there, Doc? Let's not go over that one again.
Oh god.
But no, it's just I'm getting sick and tired of hearing the motherfucking what makes a fucking man and what doesn't. And like I said, I was throwing that out there. So
you can't let that shit bother you, man. You got a beautiful wife, don't you?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Point at that while they point at their mom they're walking with.
Yeah.
1 second.
All right. Let's see. That I think that I had that to go along with another. Let me see.
All right, we good. Sorry.
Okay.
My turn?
Yeah, man. Yeah. Because like I said, I was going through my list here. I was trying to.
My wife just put in the comments that if I shave my beard, she would be really unhappy.
Yeah, my girlfriend says that too. I mean, I look like a man baby without a beard, so it's kind of hard.
I look like fucking Uncle Fester's lost child. Like it doesn't look good. You know.
All right, so talk about wild lefts of the last conversation. Here's a wild left for you. We're going a totally weird subject here. Cheap gummy snacks.
What? I think that this affects him because he's a stoner. Just gonna throw that out there.
I was gonna say, are you talking about like fucking THC gummies? Or are you talking about like fucking little sour gummy worms that are fucking rock hard in the package?
I'm talking about exactly that. Halloween candy's bullshit is what I'm talking about. Christmas candy's bullshit. As a fat
Anything
man
that says trolley on it, bro, stay away.
As a fat man, I love my candies. You gotta get the quality candies, all right?
Yeah.
Candies. My favorite thing as a kid. Again, I told you this wild left, Doc. I told you this wild left.
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
Favorite thing as a kid. Gummy Krabby Patties. All right.
Okay.
You look like you never had that, Carnage. What?
No, my wife's like, I'm 5'3". He is a child. She's just talking shit in the chat, and I don't know how to respond to her without interrupting you. So I'll swallow my words.
Let me just throw this out. Yo, what's up, Shima, man? You're not too late, bro. Welcome, dude. Welcome. But yeah,
all I'm saying is they taste like shit. They all taste like plastic. They all taste like ass nowadays. Gummy Krabby Patties, any Halloween candy gummies.
I can kind of agree with what you're saying, man, because I feel the same way when it comes to off-brand cereals. Okay. Motherfucking, to be honest with you, I call me, bougie, whatever the fuck, but name brand is fucking amazing, and there's been very, very few off-brand, Kroger brand, whatever the fuck ones that taste anywhere near the actual name brand.
Yeah,
so
chemical.
Yeah,
dude, I'm like with the gummies, man, it's got to be like Sour Patch Kids.
Yes, thank you. Yeah,
that is like my favorite candy ever. And then anytime I get something else, I'm like, why did I even do it,
bro? This motherfucking gummy bear? This giant bag of gummy bears is the best ones I've ever had in my life. They're called Albanese or some shit like that. It's a big. Yeah, it's that big red and white bag, like 5-pound bag or some shit like that.
Gummy bears on the outside, like
bruh, like it's got flavors you've never even heard of. So I'm just gonna throw that out there. That's my recommendation. Y'all try it. It's expensive. This is expensive as shit, but it's worth it.
I'm more of a hair
magic in your mouth, then it's magic in your pants, and it's worth it.
Exactly. It's like orgasm in your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Exactly.
So I think that with that subject right there, we're gonna end up turning into a food show. So we're gonna be
I know. I told you why I left, but
hey, bro. Hey, listen. I told you, man. When I told you, whatever personally affects you, you know what I'm saying? Like nobody has the right to tell you it doesn't matter.
Deep down in my heart, it matters. Right?
I mean, your opinions matter, Beast. I'm here to tell you, man. It matters.
Well, thank you.
So, but all right, Carnage, man, what you got, dude?
All right, we can probably all relate to this. We all play games. Waiting so long for a fucking game to come out, and then you pre-order it, and it's dog shit, and you can't get your money back.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cyberpunk 2077.
Now,
Yeah, see, I
listen.
didn't get that one because I was about to, and then I heard all this shit, and I was like, "Wow, I'm glad I didn't pre-order that shit." But that was like 6 years or something, wasn't it?
Yeah,
now
the game.
let me tell you what I got a solution for that, and it actually worked for me. And I literally had it from 2011 to just recently. I actually got GameFly, and they regularly, anytime a new game would come out, if I had it in my queue, they had these little queue things. If I had it in my queue, I would get 2 to 3 brand new releases that week. And I'd never, like, the amount of money, it was like, I bumped up to like the 4 game
Per month or whatever
you can get. Yeah,
that was like the Netflix for gaming, wasn't it?
Yeah. And there were so many games that I got from or I got from GameFly. I was like, I'm so fucking glad I didn't pay money for this shit. This is the worst fucking game, and I could just package it right back up and ship it right back to fucking GameFly.
So I mean, like, lots of the shit I get stuck in the, like, so for example, neither one of you probably played Gears of War's Beast. I don't know what platform. I guess you played PC.
It a long time ago, but I haven't played it.
Yeah, so like Gears 1 came out in like fucking 2001, and that game was awesome. Gears 2 was a little bit better, great. Gears 3 was awesome, and then they put a bullshit one in there, and then by then you got to think like, all right, 20 years later, it's probably different people making the games now, and now they're like, maybe. I mean, it's still Epic, but it's probably different people actually working on the game.
Yeah.
So for like, I'm trying to think of what else just came out. Something else just came out, and I was pissed about it because it was like, it's not the people. Like, for example, like the Doom games. It's not the people that made the original Doom that have that same thing. It's people that probably weren't even big fans of that game, but now they're assigned to make it.
Yeah.
And you wait like 6 or, like you said, 6, 4, 6, 8, 10 years for these games to come out. And then it's a whole different team working on it. You're like, man, the other one was so good. We just needed like new versions of that and make some new features and give us like a 2.0 of that one. And instead, you guys made a whole new fucking game, and it sucks. And now we got to wait 4 more years and hope you don't fuck it up.
Yep, that's like I said, man. That service I had, man.
Yeah, I never played that.
Try before you buy, man.
GameFly.
It's still going,
what,
man.
Like the Xbox Game Pass is. Does PlayStation got something like that?
The PS Now, the PlayStation Now, or whatever it's called. Yeah.
I mean, you don't get them all, but you can get like a decent amount of them.
You can still try it, man. GameFly's still running to this day. You can still.
They send you discs?
Yeah.
Damn, you are old.
Yeah, it works. I don't give a fuck. I'm not paying $65 per.
No.
I mean, so, but yeah. All right, man. So I'm trying to get us to the sex stuff eventually because I'm trying to get all the other
There's only been 45 minutes. I don't know how long you're trying to run for. You might got to jump there now if you're trying to only do
a
certain amount of time.
I ain't worried about it. Like we get like an hour and a half. So we got a little bit of time, but not too much. Now I will throw this out here. We were talking about Beast. You were talking about hip hop. I want to specifically talk about a rapper turned singer, and that's T-Pain.
Okay.
I want to talk about T-Pain. I want to talk about T-Pain because here's what I feel like he's gotten the raw motherfucking deal. Like I said, this is only really affect people that really know about him and shit. T-Pain gets blamed for having the auto-tune come into hip hop. They say that he started it, so it was supposed, he brought it into, so then everybody started doing the fucking the auto-tune shit. Now, my issue with that is when T-Pain came out, he specifically said in his motherfucking name, my name is T-Pain. The T stands for Tallahassee, Florida. This is my sound for my state. This is me. This is, like I said, I was a rapper and now I'm a singer. And to be honest, and he's even said it. He's like, auto-tune makes me sound better. It just does. This was my style, my thing. I created. There's no way that he would have fucking known that basically people would just outright disrespect him and steal his style and just start putting it all over fucking hip hop. This was honestly supposed to stay in Florida. His whole auto-tune thing, there was a couple of other rappers who was doing it with him. Dude named Two Pistols, a couple of other shit. Like I said, I know about Southern hip hop, but it wasn't his fault that people were just like, you know what, we're gonna take the thing that you started and fucking steal it from you and make money off of it. So I think too many people in the industry are saying T-Pain ruined hip hop. He actually he streams on Twitch now. He actually talked about that, where people say, man, I can't stand you because you destroyed rap music.
Usher said that.
Oh, that's
Usher said you ruined hip hop. He said you ruined hip hop. They said that fucked him up, bro.
I think a big part of that would also be contributed to the, like, if you just say you're doing rap music, you're doing rap music, and if you say you're doing hip hop, you're doing hip hop. When I think there should be like something that categorizes the music better, probably.
No, I mean, be honest with you,
what was that
the
Old
industry
Town Road or whatever? Like he's just like, I'm gonna make country music, and it wasn't really country music, but then it's like winning awards and everyone's happy. So like, either you got to let that guy be happy, you got to accept it, or you got to just whoever puts it out, it's got to be like, this isn't fucking country. You can't label it that.
Bro, but you know, country people, they've been down here in the South and shit. They got their shit anyways, where they're all like, "That's not real country. The new country this day, it's not Willie Nelson. It's not blah, blah." They already got their arguments when it comes to
they
that
ain't
anyway,
fucking their sister and driving pickup trucks.
Yeah.
It don't count.
Drinking a beer in the back of a Ford.
If some family member's not getting beat up and someone's not getting fucked, then it's not real country. But yeah, so I just want to throw that out there about the T-Pain thing and shit, man, because I got so fucking sick and tired of basically like just because he didn't respond
how long
back.
You been holding on to that for?
Since 2003.
I was gonna say that one's been on that list for a while. It's been traced through. It's like 7 pages deep.
But well, I already got a whole bunch of things that I didn't want to. Like I said, eventually, if I do the hip hop podcast and shit, whether beats on it or not, or whenever I do that, I already got a whole bunch of beats and shit when it comes to the industry that's doing now and stealing a whole bunch of Southern hip hop's beats and mirror, you know, and shit like that. Like it goes a lot deeper with me because this is something I grew up on. Like that's the music that raised me, and now everybody's like, it doesn't matter where you're from, we're all gonna sound like we're from down there.
Right. You
got a dude from Brooklyn and shit sounding like they're from Atlanta, and no one can tell the difference. So, but anyway, so that was the one thing about the hip hop thing. I don't know how many more subjects you got, Beast?
I don't got any more subjects that aren't sex related.
Okay, cool. Carnage, you.
I didn't know this was gonna be a fucking porno, so I didn't pick none for sex.
It's all right, man.
Mine just happened to be that way. I know how Doc is, so I was like,
yeah, I got you. I got you.
The only other thing I'll go with then before we jump into that is about like how social media has made everyone feel comfortable saying some shit. Like, I'm not going to see you in 2 days and I won't want to punch you in the face.
Bro.
Well, yeah.
We talked about that in the last podcast and shit, man. Like,
I think it's also it's that entitlement, and it's like that little bit of respect and shit. And I get like, you live in your mom's basement, you want to be fucking angry, but I see you a lot, and we might know each other really well. And if you say some stupid shit online, I'm gonna see you Monday morning, and I'll lose my job for breaking your jaw. Like
that was Warrior's one thing. When I told Warrior I was gonna do this podcast, that was the one thing he said. He said online keyboard warriors.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't fucking stand him. It's like I literally told dudes, I'm like, come to where I'm at, come fucking meet me. And this is Warrior, man. Like he's mostly laid back. Like this dude goes to church. This dude's calm and like
seems like a big jolly dude.
Yeah, exactly.
His size, but I mean, he seems like a jovial, like happy kind of going guy.
He's always happy. He's always in a good mood. And like, so you know that people online have pushed him to the point to where like he's like, fuck it, I'll sacrifice everything. Let's go. Like fucking get your ass over here. So that was his number one thing, man. Is them balls online. But
I mean, like obviously nobody really uses Facebook anymore, but I have like 150 friends and I follow like 13 people because as soon as like. Even when the election shit, I ain't trying to get into politics by any means, but as soon as that started happening, I was like, "Oh man, you are crazy." Unfollow, like, and then everyone's like, "Hey, did you see that your niece's birthday?" I'm like, "Nah, I didn't see shit. Like, I didn't see nobody's birthday. I didn't see nothing. I didn't see like we didn't, through the pandemic. I was like, man, I don't even know what 90% of the people that I used to know did for 2 years because I don't see you on Facebook or Instagram or none of that shit."
That's what I don't understand is when they do that shit and they're popping off on Facebook and stuff like that. They think that why do you have to make that public? Why do you have to talk about that? What I don't understand is people don't understand that you can have different opinions without having to fight each other over them. Like,
well, yeah, you can. And if you're gonna make really broad shithead statements about like fuck everybody then don't be mad when I'm like, okay, delete. And then you're like, how come I haven't talked to you in a long time? Because I seen your thing where you're like, fuck everybody and that's kind of me. So
they want people to back up. They want people to back up their stupid. They want people to back up their stupid ass ideas. That's basically what it is. I'm gonna throw this on Facebook. See how many people will give it a thumbs up, so I know who my true friends are, and I'll invite them over for Sunday.
And it turns it's the exact same fucking thing the media does, like CNN and Fox and NBC or CM whatever. It's like they just ride one narrative really hard, and they're like, we're gonna lose half of them, but we get so much praise from the good half.
No, yeah.
But yeah, those people that all that shit online and then act like I'm not gonna see you and be like, oh yeah, remember when you said all this shit about these people? I'm one of those people, motherfucker. What now?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't mean that. Just wanted 4 likes.
And I hate to take
I wanted
this
4
to
likes.
to even be more of a controversial thing. I hate it when it comes to religion. When people come on, especially on Facebook, and they'll come in and they'll make all these statements about God this and Jesus that and blah blah what and then just be. But I can understand if you're praising that day, if you're happy, whatever. But just every fucking post, and that's all you talk about, and that's you're just constantly just beating that dead horse over and over and over again. And like you even take it to the point to where like if people don't believe, or they'll say something like, if you don't have Jesus in your heart, then delete me off Facebook, or some other shit like that, to where it's like if you don't believe what I believe, then we can't be friends anymore.
Hey, I make
the decision.
They say that shit, and then it's like, then I'm like delete, and then they're like in 6 months they see me and they're like, so did you see this? Like, nah, I see shit because I deleted you. Why? You told me to.
Here's the thing, man. I won't shove my non-belief of your shit in your face, and you don't shove your beliefs in mine.
Yep.
How about that? Let's talk about something else. You can believe all that shit. I'm 100%. Not going to believe all that shit. And
I know, I know some really religious people, and when I tell them like, hey, I don't believe in that, but I understand the point is like to just be a better person.
Oh, I
so
get
it's all
faith.
like,
faith,
you know what I mean?
sense.
Like I get it, but I don't believe. And they're like, well, fuck you. And I'm like, well, did you? No, I just told you I don't believe, but I get what you're doing and I respect it, and you're still.
Yeah.
Aren't you not following the things you're supposed to be?
Yeah, exactly. Your Lord's going to be mad.
I'm confused and I want to hit you in the face, but I don't know if that makes me a dick, idiot.
Yeah.
I mean, only God so-called can judge me. So what the fuck are you doing? So. But anyways, all right, man. So, Karnage, you got anything else, man? We'll double up on you if you got anything else.
No, dude. The rest of it's all kind of the same shit. We touched on most of it.
Okay, let me see if I got anything. Oh God, I don't want to get into this one. I didn't want to get into this one. I don't know how much we got some time, but I have comic book nerd rage a little bit right now, and I don't want to go into it, but I get sick and tired when I have these debates with other comic book nerds about the different ways that things are being changed in the lore when it comes to well, be honest with you, sometimes forced. Changing the race or changing the sexuality of things that of certain.
I thought we were supposed to avoid this shit.
Yeah, and like I said, I don't want to throw that out, but I didn't say that like
free of
I'm on the other side of it and shit where it's just like it's getting to be too much for me because I literally every time I try to talk to friends about comics or Marvel movies or DC movies or shows or whatever the fuck, this comes up and it becomes a debate. And I'm saying this right now, my own personal thing. I'm learning now that a lot of old school comic book nerds are fucking bigots. And that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. These old school dudes that are like, Superman's white. He needs to stay white. I'm like, whoa. Calm down there, fucking Cletus. All right. You can just go get the fuck out of my house. Because you used to be fucking Malcolm the nerd. And now all of a sudden.
Yeah, exactly. So 100% on that fact, like not even, it's just, I don't care what color the guy is. Can he be a good fucking Superman?
Right. Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't even bat an eye if you're like, oh, Superman's going to be fucking, Idris Elba. I'm like, well, fuck, that's kind of weird, but is he going to be a good Superman?
Is it going to make sense? Is it going to have a good
storyline behind it? Is he going to play the part good? Or did you just pick him because he's, not white?
I understand that. I agree with you on that. I get tired of the forced.
Exactly.
Oh, guess what? Well, Robin from Batman and Robin's now gay, and you're like, why?
You look at every show, and it's got to have one white person, one Hispanic, and then one Filipino, and then one Asian, and then and then they're forcing it all together, and that's like. But not saying it should be 4 white dudes and 2 black dudes, but the way you guys built the story, wouldn't it have worked a lot better and been a better show if you just had the people not forced in, like you said, not forced into it?
I absolutely love Black Lightning, the show from CW, and Luke Cage, the shit that was on Netflix, and it all black it made sense to its continuance. You know what I mean? It's an all black cast, and you know, shit like that. That's it makes sense. So yeah, I do agree that some of this stuff is just pandering, and you're just trying to get, you know, be like, oh well, you're not a comic book fan. Well, guess what? This person's now trans. You're trans, so you have to like this. So yeah, I do feel like there is some of that, but I also feel like that you shouldn't immediately jump to conclusion that because that little piece of this lore changed, that somehow it's not going to be good, or it's not going to be you know, a good storyline or lore or continuance. I mean, to this day, I still motherfucking believe that the all-girl Ghostbusters movie wasn't that motherfucking bad. It actually was kind of funny, and I feel like a lot of fucking nerds just kind of ran their mouth.
Highly disagree.
Like, oh, I don't like vaginas.
That shit sucked.
But like I said, but you have to like those actresses as well.
No, I like all the people. I was excited for it, and then the movie sucked, and I was like, see, you guys forced it. I think they're all like funny girls. I just think that movie wasn't good.
What was the other shit? I don't know. All right, so we're gonna move on from that, man. Like I said, I'm learning these things in my older age. Like I said, I thought, you know, a lot of my friends, you know, people.
What are you, 52 now?
Things. Yeah, I'm almost, man. So, let me see. I think that's gonna be it, and then we can get into the other shit. Yeah, and I talked about, you know. Okay, now let me go ahead. We're just hit the hour in here. Let me go ahead and preface this here. For those that are hanging out in the stream, for those that are listening to this afterwards, we're about to get into a highly sexual, be honest with you, a little disgusting, but to some people, you're gonna have your own opinions on it. It's gonna go a little further there. If you do not like listening to this type of topics, to these type of subjects, you don't want to hear anything having to do with any of this, then I'm going to put down into the description of this video of when this is going to start and when it's going to end. But for anybody that's in here right now, I'm just letting you know we're going to a whole nother side than traffic. You know what I'm saying? It's about to get real.
Traffic and gummy bears.
Yeah, we getting into some shit now. And I'm gonna tell you right now, a couple of my subjects I know may, and probably more than likely are going to offend probably some women and probably some other people in general. But these are my opinions, only from me, unless somebody else in this chat agrees along with me, nods their head, whatever. They don't have to agree with me at all. But this is going to get really risque, and if y'all don't want to hear it, move on.
So does that mean
my wife is ready.
I can partake in adult things in the section?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Okay, good.
So
hey, you can't be showing nothing on screen. What are you doing?
He did say partaking in adult.
He's like, yeah, I got this toy over here, and I know how to use it. Dude, that would have been so funny. Doc would be like, oh shit, mute it.
He's like, I don't see. Block the video. I don't see why we can't have a thing called dildo fighting. Like, why can't we have that?
If I pull this out, everyone gets so mad at me at a party.
But anyways, here we go. So now what I want to start off with, and mine's gonna be the extreme one, and it might go down further from here, but I'm doing this for the male population. I'm talking about this for men in general, who women have sat there and made fun of men for 30, 40, 50, or whatever, however long it's been, where they literally will make fun of men's dick sizes. When they don't choose it, they have nothing to do with it. This is fucking genetics. It's not like they went and fucking chose a 3-inch, 4-inch fucking dick. They had nothing to do with that. And believe me, the little dick men out there and shit are trying extra hard to motherfucking please you and to do everything they're trying to do, and you literally break up with them and be like, you little dick bastard, and you just talk about the shit. It's all over TV. There's songs about it on the radio. They have that short man, and all this shit. All these, not all females are bitches, but I'm gonna say these bitches. I'm gonna just say that, y'all, because these are the ones complaining about the shit and saying all these things about men, but no one. In fact, they actually have had people back them up trying to say it's not true. Nobody ever talks about loose ass pussies. Now, this is the main thing I wanted to bring up. I really want to talk about this. I told this with Ward and everything like that. Y'all act like that y'all's fucking holes is just a penny, little size of a motherfucking penny, and it's somehow, some way, we should just be filling you up no matter what you're working with down there.
Right.
The truth is, here's the real truth, and I'm going to say this. This is going to offend so many people that listen, if you're female. But if you didn't put 10-inch, 11-inch, 12-inch dicks in you and or dildos, you wouldn't need a 10, 11, or a 12-inch dick to get you off.
Yeah, I've seen some weird shit online where it's like elbow.
You know, yeah, exactly. Yeah. So you're watching motherfucking fisting videos and shit. Well, guess what, bitch? Because you wanted to experiment and blow your shit all out, now you can't be pleased by anybody but maybe your horse. So for you to sit there and say, you little dick bastard, you never got me off. How the fuck am I supposed to when it feels like I'm fucking a bathtub?
Fucking a bathtub? Wowzers.
God damn.
I mean,
no, but I mean, it's the same shit though. Cause look at, they'll get mad if you be like, wow, you got no tits. But like, if they had $5,000, they could get tits. If I have 50 grand, I can't get bigger dick.
Maybe you can. I think with surgeries, I don't know. I think they stretch these days. I don't even know what it is these days they do, but
I'm saying they might be something like there's pills or whatever that, you know, also cause like anal bleeding. Like, okay, my dick will be big, but I'm gonna bleed on you while we do it.
But I mean, like
is that sexy? Is it doing it for you?
There's so much it's so much in society that like I said, women love throwing this out that somehow that this affects our manhood and shit like that. If we're not just swanging and shit, if we're not able to fucking make you come 14 times in one fucking night with our 12-inch dick and shit. You talk about all these things freely, but nobody ever talks about how if y'all bitches ain't doing your Kegels, I promise you ain't. I know you ain't. You ain't fucking holding. You ain't holding your piss in. You ain't doing it like you motherfucking supposed to. I mean, this is. I mean, I will. You know, I got around before me and the wife. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm gonna say. I've been with some motherfucking bitches where I mean, I went to put the shit in. Neither one of us could tell whether or not he was in. We'll put it like that. So, bottom line is. This ain't on us. This is not on us and shit that we were fucking genetically given. You're the ones that chose to buy that big ass toy. You're the one, to be honestly, when you dated that dude, you knew he was motherfucking shaped like a 40 ounce. Now every motherfucking dude after him has to live up to him.
Yeah. Live up to 4? Come on.
Take your ass to the gynecologist. Pay for that. What do they call it? The vaginal rejuvenation shit. Yeah. Get your shit tightened the fuck up, and maybe you'll have a decent relationship again. But
well, we're not talking sour gummies anymore, ladies.
Definitely not. Well, we're still talking gummies, I guess. So I'm gonna be worried.
Yeah, because them motherfucking you have, because like I said, I'm not gonna brag on myself, but I'm decently motherfucking swinging. And so if what I got ain't motherfucking enough for you, you need to go look in the animal kingdom, because I can't do shit for you, baby.
Every time somebody goes, hey, I got a question for you, I go 7.5. And they go, what? And I'm like, oh, sorry, what were you gonna ask me?
I'm not gonna, bro. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, Carnage. I'm a little bit more than that, man. But I'm right around here with you, bro.
Probably taller than me.
With you, bro. So
he's like, oh goddamn, I'm a tripod.
I forgot. I was gonna say, bro, I forgot. You used yours for a kickstand. At that point,
you forgot that this camera's tiny and you can see my whole body.
You're closer to the ground. I got you. But yeah. So I wanted to throw that out there. Look at this. Oh, we got his wife in here throwing stuff out. Loose ladies need to be doing some Kegels, tighten up, real shit. Plus, let me tell you like this: them old school fucking remedies, them getting in a bathtub with vinegar and shit like that, that tightens some shit up too. That shit motherfucking actually does work. I've heard about it. I've heard some women tell me about it.
Botox injections is how you can make your fucking penis bigger.
Botox, you can actually get injections.
I'm guessing that's what
she
Googled
dick?
it as we said it. I'm guessing she Googled it after we said it.
Hey, but listen though,
I'm putting Botox in my dick.
I know that Botox
I'd rather
makes
have her blow air into my dick and see if it gets bigger.
You're gonna get a fucking aneurysm in your brain, die.
What? Because it's gonna be awesome. I'm like, never again.
Listen, man, I know with Botox though, like you can't smile, you can't show any emotion and shit. And I like the way that my dick shows emotion and smiles at me sometimes. So I'm not gonna take that risk.
That's why you don't got a
But-
face cam, huh? You just staring straight down right now.
I'm not even wearing.
Hey, little fella, we're doing all right.
right now.
You just
I'm not even
butt
gonna lie to
naked.
you. But yeah,
Oh,
that
hope
was
not. Your
that was
daughter's
the
been running around
biggest
talking to you,
thing.
man. Come on.
That was the biggest thing on my sex list. Is I wanted to throw that out there. I'm so tired of being just tiptoeing around that subject and shit. Now, here's my biggest problem: is there's actually I've watched on talk shows and shit like that gynecologists that actually have defended women and say after childbirth, after having a big penis, after doing all these things, that the vagina snaps right back. I don't think that these gynecologists have been putting their fists up like thousands and thousands of women to actually see if that's true. Because this is just you going by what you've seen in your office with your certain patients. So maybe there's been a couple of women that have came in after pushing out 5-6 kids, and they're just, got that little penny
Well, they
hole
got no
like I was
hits.
talking about.
They shit ain't got nowhere to go.
Yeah, but I've seen I've seen even little tiny girls, man. Like I said, some of the little tiny girls and shit can take a whole fist and more.
What have they been practicing?
So like I said, that's the way I'm gonna end that subject right there, and then we'll move on to Beast thing. That we didn't have a choice. We didn't have a choice. Y'all do. You ruined it. Fix your shit.
You ruined it. Get better, ladies.
Okay, so
honestly.
So I guess mine might be controversial as well. As far as like, I don't know what y'all are into as men. I don't know what most of y'all are into. But for me, as it shows on a lot of fucking pornos and shit that you're watching or whatever, when girls try to turn you on but then like sucking your dick, and then they try to like hawk a loogie on your dick to make it like more wet or something. They're like, like that's not hot. Just keep sucking.
Listen.
I don't know what you're doing. Stop.
Beast. It's called sloppy. It's called sloppy toppy.
But
no, I'm so glad you brought this up.
Going, Doc's like, I love it. How do you?
No. I fucking hate it. No. I fucking hate it. Listen to me. Here's the thing. Now, I'm so glad you brought this up. Here we go. If you are making up for the fact that you don't know how to suck a dick by just putting a bunch of motherfucking spit on it and moving your mouth up and down, you don't know how to suck a dick.
Yeah, fair enough.
You don't know how. You're not sucking it because my jaw or my neck hurts when I move this way, and you're not actually sucking that dick. If you were sucking that dick the way you're fucking supposed to, I'd be done already, and you wouldn't have time to motherfucking complain.
Yeah.
So
fucking minute and a half tops.
I mean,
better, ladies.
Bro, we all know ourselves, right? Let's be honest. How quickly can you get yourself off?
I mean, if I'm in a hurry, fucking 20
real
seconds.
shit. Bro, I can take myself in the fucking bathroom and go and then squirt, and I'm done. I'm off to work. You know what I'm saying? I can get it that quick.
Like, oh, fuck, I should probably do this before I go out in public. I might be an asshole today. Right. 23 seconds.
Yo, Vance, man, you got to the sex part, man. I told you that we'd have that controversial shit coming up, man. So
you missed all the candy canes and fucking traffic talk, and now you're into loose pussies and fucking blowjobs.
Yeah. All right. So about what B said, he started it, but I'm glad that was right in my list too. That shit's called sloppy toppy. It's all fucking Gen Z and whatever the fuck. It's all this little creation to where I don't want to do a lot of work because I'm a lazy bitch, and so I'm just gonna slob it up real to the point to where it's dripping down your balls and going on the motherfucking the sheets and shit. I don't want to have to fucking take 2 showers and clean my sheets and all this shit just to get a fucking blowjob. Like, seriously, learn to suck it. Ask your mama. I bet your mama knew how to suck a dick. Ask your mama for some motherfucking tips. I bet she wasn't spitting all on it and fucking just drooling and shit to the point to where now my dick just smells like your mouth all day. No.
I'm glad you said ask your mom and not I'm surprised your daddy didn't teach you.
Well, I mean, back in the day, man, down them sailors and them docks.
I mean, you're from the South, man. I don't know what you guys do down there.
Well, instead of, I mean, we fuck pigs down here, but up there in Green Bay, man, I heard you got all the cows and the cheddar and shit. So
yeah, buddy, that's why the cheese is good.
Swiss cheese, dude, and shit. A little bit of spit and Swiss cheese. Let's get her.
But so yeah, that was another topic, part of the sloppy toppy shit. It's not a thing. Stop it. Fucking keep your spit in your mouth. And at the end of that blowjob, you should have sucked everything up. You should have swallowed every bit of cum. You should have got all your spit off the dick, and I could just towel off for a second, and I can go be on my motherfucking way. That's how a good blowjob should be.
Oh,
This is from a stay-at-home
So-
dad, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, when I've been getting I get blowjobs every week for the past 18 years. Why do you think I married her? So there's never been a low.
It's not even. No, I meant that like that's what you're saying, and it's not like you're making $1 million and she's a stay-at-home wife,
Oh,
and
no,
you're like, this is what I fucking deserve, woman.
No,
it's
no,
from the opposite
no.
side of the spectrum, is what I meant.
No.
That wasn't a dig at you
Yeah,
being a
yeah.
stay-at-home
But
dad.
no, I mean
it was like from that it kind of came off like I'm the fucking man. You do what I tell you to, but
never.
it's 100% the other way.
No, but that's it. I mean, honestly, let's switch it the other way. Let's switch it the other way. How the fuck would y'all feel if I was about to go down on you and I just slobbed all over it? I was spitting. I would just everything that can come out of my mouth came out of my mouth, just all over your shit, just dripping all. I mean, do you think you'd appreciate that? Would that be sexy for y'all? No, it's disgusting.
Sure there's some bitch out there that's like, yeah, you guys were talking about this before, and
Yeah,
just
right.
get in there and put in some work, man.
I want you to spit on it, fist it. I want you to beat the shit out of it. Just, no, that's.
You'll never be Daryl.
Oh, Daryl, how I miss him. Every time when I walk, it whistles, and I remember him. But yeah, okay. So there was that sloppy toppies, blown vaginas. Let me see what else I got here. That might have been in it. That might have been it, man. Like fucking, I got some other shit after this because I mean this is a pretty quick.
The only thing I can think of
thing.
off the top of my fucking head, kind of related to this shit, is when it's nice outside and they want to wear all the skimpy clothing, and then as a dude, you just kind of look, not even like, hey, I would fuck her, but you just look like, oh wow, she's hanging it all out, and they give you that look like, why are you looking at me?
Right. At this point, like I said, you'll get this canceled sexual. You be accused of sexual harassment, everything else. Like I mean, but that's it goes a lot further than that. I mean, obviously, why you're doing that shit. You want to. I mean, yeah, you're doing it for us to fucking look and shit. But then when we look, all of a sudden we're pigs.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in the basement right now, but I'm not a basement troll. I'm a basement dwarf, and you know what I mean, like. It's not like I'm just over there like, oh yeah. I mean, it's just like if a dude's looking at you because you're wearing, I don't know, 3 patches of clothing, and that's what you came out for. I mean,
honestly, bro, like dudes can do the same shit. Like we do got the gray sweatpants.
Dude, I can't hang my nuts out of my shorts.
Okay, but we got the gray sweatpants, man. You can show the bulge. Just saying.
Yeah. You're assuming I got a bulge.
Hey man, I didn't want to jump into conclusions, man. I mean, I know we're going at each other a little bit, but I didn't want to say. Some people
like,
are
I'm like 7.5. He's like, well, I'm way bigger than that. I thought we were talking to real men today.
No.
10, 11, 12.
Shit. If I was way bigger than that, I guess I wouldn't have these. It wouldn't be able to talk about all these things, you know.
That's true. That's true.
Satisfying all these 12-inch deepers.
Maybe maybe she did a lot of this and your 12 inches still isn't enough, bro. I don't know your life.
Shit. Nah, I'd be single.
Nah.
Anyways, let's see. Now, okay, so that's gonna be the end of the sex stuff, man. I want to throw that out there. Had to talk about it. I can't really think of anything else right now. But,
No.
Oh no, bruh. I'm sorry. I'm so fucking sorry. Here, the one thing that I gotta talk about. Y'all probably maybe against it. Some men are for it, some men are against it. And this is where it gets a little further. Anal sex. Anal sex.
My girl don't do it.
Well, I'm not gonna.
She doesn't, but
anal play.
Do you want to?
No. Here's the thing. I'm getting tired of hearing that. I'm getting tired of if you want to fuck your girl in the ass, that somehow you're gay and that you want to fuck dudes in the ass because of that. That is literally a thing that men will say and women have said. That well, if you want to fuck a girl in the ass, why don't you just fuck a dude?
I think that dude that's telling you that is gay and he wants to sleep with you. That's
I've
like
actually heard this.
I've heard this. Wait. Is that what
I heard this from an ex-girlfriend.
We can go right over here.
Ex-girlfriend who was literally like, "You probably want to fuck guys in the ass." I said, first off, I want to fuck you in the ass because I didn't say this, but your front's not so tight. I need something to actually grip it. But 2,
Wild.
I don't want a dick and nuts swinging while I'm doing it. I don't want a hairy ass fucking. I don't. There's things that you're not gonna fucking. You're gonna get with a dude that you're not gonna get with a female. Just because I want to explore another hole somehow, some way, doesn't make me this gay person.
It's not about what you're doing; it's about who you're doing it to. You know.
Yeah,
that's more. That's more about it. You know.
Now, if we'll take this further. And once again, let's see how we're open. How you guys feel about a woman when she's blowing you and shit, messing around and you know,
putting in my ass.
I ain't about it.
See. There's so many dudes, like, you know, the girls try it, but there's so many dudes that won't admit it.
I'm like, to each their own, bro. If that's what gets your rocks off, by all means, between you and your partner.
There we go. There, Carnage Elisa said it. It has happened, right?
And I was like, no. Yeah. Like then it took my distraction away from what else was going on, and I was like, what? Now I'm not thinking about the other thing because I'm distracted, and it wasn't like, oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, I'm guarantee you there's some guys that happens that are like, what the fuck? This is the best ever. Then, yeah, keep fucking going for it. But I was like, this isn't doing it for me. And then I was distracted of what was going on that I'm like, usually this is the best thing ever.
Right. One thing I can say is that for women that are thinking about trying that with their dude,
ask.
Yeah. And also,
ask. I would say I would have liked her to be like, hey, is this okay?
Make sure we're good. Because, I mean, dudes, we got hairy asses and shit. We're not always prepared for that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna come back with something.
There could be some shit in there.
Yeah, I
gambled on 3 farts today. You trying to put a finger back there?
Right away, you're trying. Like,
but I also feel like, and here's the other thing, is I also feel like there's a lot of women out there that are very, I will say, sexually immature, because the first thing that comes out of their mouth when I say, like, have you ever done anal, or have you ever done anal play? Tongue, finger, dick, whatever the fuck. No, ew, that's where shit comes from. And I'm like, I eat your pussy, and that's where piss comes from.
Yeah.
I'm like, do you understand how cool? But see, do you understand? Yeah, do you understand how like childish that is, though? How childish it is to say that? Obviously, if you take your lazy ass into that shower and scrub and shave your butthole, I'm not going to get anything on me. You need to get up there and clean it like anybody else, where they were prepared to do these things.
Exactly.
Because also with the Gen Z shit, there's a lot of people out here eating ass. That's a thing now. Everybody eating ass. It's in songs. Everybody talking about it and shit.
Dude, how the fuck am I going to explain that to my daughter? Okay, just so you know, you don't have to do it, and I fucking this is weird.
If you ever come home with a brown mustache, I know exactly what you've been doing. No,
I'm more of like a.
Vance just said consent goes both ways.
Oh yeah, I'm more of like a whatever gets you going. Like, I'm cool with, as long as you're clean, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I'll say this right now. I'll say this right now. It's not my.
If I'm eating you, that's where I'm not eating babies. That's where babies come from. I'm not.
Stop. Get out of that childish mindset. Try something. And I'm going to tell you right now, there's been plenty of women who said that's disgusting. I would never do it. I tried it once and it hurt because dude didn't do it right. If you get with a motherfucking dude who does it correctly, takes his time, uses lube, does everything like that, I have give many a women fucking an anal orgasm. And they get up motherfucking walking like a newborn giraffe. So, real shit, if you motherfucking open your mind, try something every now and then, because that's another thing. Women hate to be proven wrong. So,
yeah. I agree. Yes,
but full agree. And to the dude, every time I think you're going somewhere, bro, you go straight left, and I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore.
Exactly. Yeah, this is nice. Anal orgasm.
I was like, what the? That came out of nowhere.
Well, I mean,
it's true.
It works.
I just, when you're talking for whatever fucking reason, I'm like, I kind of get where this is going. What the
fuck? Bro, that's honestly, that's been my reaction my whole life.
Oh, my cheeks hurt. God damn it.
Which ones?
Why
Anyways.
do you think he was hiding? He's putting something on his chair. He's like, I'll show you guys some sexual shit.
Right. Yeah.
So I want to talk about that, man, because like I said, I just feel like there's too much immaturity. And like I said, how the fuck can you sit there and say like, oh, we're gonna eat ass, but we're not? That's as far as we're going. I'm like, well, no, you need to delve a little deeper, literally, and find some things out, because
girl ain't doing it right, girl. You know?
Exactly. And to the dudes out there, the dude that do like, a finger in their ass or more, or whatever the fuck, I don't feel like you're gay. I don't feel like you're gay at all. There's there's a prostate, there's a male prostate. It's supposed to intensify your orgasm shit. Do what you do. And I can tell you one time the wife tried it one time and shit, and I felt like I was going to shit myself, so I wasn't into it. Wasn't my thing. I'm not into it
because you talked a lot about it. I was about to
no,
be like,
no, it's
That
happened.
something
I'm
you're
not,
into?
I'm
And
not
you're like, she
embarrassed.
doesn't.
No, I'm not embarrassed.
The only reason I don't like her.
No. I'm not embarrassed to tell you. I tried it, and it's not it. It's just not it. Like I said, but to those out there that love it, good. More power to you.
Like I said, it was once unexpected, and I was like, absolutely not. You need to ask about that shit. And the next time it was asked, and I was like, nope, still don't like it. Never again.
Hey man, honestly, be honest with you though, Carnage, man, you're one of the few men out there that actually will say that it actually happened. There's other dudes out here that are so insecure about their masculinity, you know, that will say that no, hell no. I even would even take it like even further. Oh, I'd punch a girl in the face if she tried something like that. And I'm like, you're a piece of shit. You're a piece of fucking like. I mean, I won't even be friends with somebody like that. You talking about you gonna beat your girl up because she wanted to please you?
I mean, I'll choke her, but we'll both be getting pleased at the same time. You know what I mean?
That's a whole other thing. But yeah, so I'm glad. I guess I remembered that part of the whole sexual thing. So now I can, you know, I made it pull, you know, go a little further. But yeah, man. So now this is where we're gonna end it right here, so that way I know the time to put down in the description. All the sex stuff's done and over with, and I can't really think of too many. Let me see. After this. See what I got here. I got stupid shit like stop fucking giving a shit about how other people stop giving a shit about how other people eat their fucking meat. Stop. I'm so fucking tired of hearing the goddamn debate about medium well and medium rare and this, that, and other shit like that. If you enjoy eating motherfucking blood, then eat motherfucking blood. If you enjoy having your shit fully cooked all the way through to where you don't see no pink, that's fine. It don't make you less of a motherfucking man, but that ain't the way to eat a steak. I don't fucking care. This is the way I like it. Eat your period pussy shit over there with it leaking out blood. Eat your shit. I'm gonna get my shit medium well.
But are you a well doner?
I was gonna say he's got to be a well doner.
No, I'm a medium well. I'm a medium well.
Okay, I can respect that.
I like to see. I mean, a little bit of pink in the middle, kind of like I like a lot of things. A little bit of pink in the middle, and that's it. I don't want it leaking blood. I don't want to push down on it and fucking blood comes out. I don't want that. It just not. That's why I don't eat prime rib and shit like that. It's not. Dude, it's not visual.
Dude, my buddy. The wife knows. We go to the fucking steakhouse and he goes, legally cook it as little as you can. And they're like, what? And he's like, I know you guys legally have to cook it like at least 30 seconds aside or something. Tell the cook legally as little as he can have it on the grill and send it out to me without getting in trouble. That's what I want. And I'm like, well, that's not okay.
Yeah,
honestly, it'll be a really cool thing to have on his fucking tombstone. He loved his steaks rare.
Yeah, I mean, like super fucking like blue. He goes like blue, but I mean like bluer than blue if you can do that. That's fucking wild to me. But it doesn't taste good to me. Like I've tried it. Like he gets it, and I'm like, well, dude, if you're doing it, I gotta see what it's. Nope, that's not for me. No, but also, I don't want it to be a fucking hockey puck, bro. Look at that sweet middle.
No. I don't like it. No. Yeah, that's the thing. I know people that like it well done. Like they want.
Well, you came out. I was like, oh, dude wants a hockey puck.
No.
He's like, yeah, give me that $36 steak, but burn the fuck out of it.
Right.
Medium well, man. I think
that's what I thought you were going for
right there. Because even medium is too pink for me, man. I just want to see that it's done.
Medium's
just make me, make me think that I'm not gonna die from some kind of fucking food poisoning disease, bacteria, whatever the fuck. I just want to see it.
If you're dying from it, all I gotta say is you're not getting your meat from a reputable source.
Yeah,
you can eat raw. You can eat raw hamburger without unless you're getting it from like fucking Meyer you might not know Meyer.
Oh yeah, I do, man. Yeah. I mean, okay. I went to Michigan every summer, so.
Oh, you're right. Okay, you're right. Yeah. So
in fact, Meyer was the very first.
Got Meyer's in Wisconsin now. I was kind of impressed.
Oh, nice.
Because I got lots of family in Detroit.
Oh, gotcha.
I had never seen a store that sold grocery and other things, and Meijer was the very first one I saw it way before we ever had super Walmarts down here in Georgia.
Yeah, I don't know how the fuck Walmart took that market over and went worldwide when Meijer still like just
they're cheaper. Meijer actually. I mean, I used to work for
Walmart
Meijer,
too.
I have
all those companies out, assholes.
I have family on the West Coast, and there's actually Fred Meijer out there, and then Meijer out here. And they used to partner up together and have a store, but they split up.
Is that who you work for?
I used to work for Meijer.
Oh, all right. But I thought when you said driving big trucks, I thought maybe that's why you knew so much.
No.
All right, man. So we're at an hour and a half, and I think the last thing on my list, man.
I can think of one more thing off the top of my head that just really pisses me off.
Go ahead.
Like the legal system, in the fact that if that lawyer confidentiality shit. Like if some dude kills somebody or fucks kids or whatever, and he discloses all that shit to his lawyer, and his lawyer's like, all right, now how can we get you out of it? I think that's fucked. I think those people fucking suck for defending assholes. You know what I mean? And then the other guy's got to be like, the good lawyer or whatever's going to be like, no, but this is fucked. And then you got to convince 12 random or 16, 24 random people that, oh yeah, but this other guy is definitely just lying his ass off.
And listen to this shit all the fucking day because my wife won't stop fucking watching SVU. And it's just every day. It's just like, and this little girl got raped and murdered. I'm like, well, how can you watch this shit? I'm like, we fucking have a little girl. Like, this is affecting me. Like, can we turn the fucking channel? Yeah,
but I'm saying, like, how can those people live with themselves knowing that they defended somebody who did some crazy shit? Because, you know, they get in the thing and the guy's like, oh, I fucking did it. This is how I did it. Right. Can we prove that I didn't? Like, can we leave this shit out so they can't prove how I really did it? And then I'll get, like, a lighter sentence or something. And the guy's like, oh, yeah, cool. We won't say you did all that shit, and we'll try to fucking make you an alibi.
I mean, they say to be a lawyer, man, you can't have a heart. You can't. You just, you know, all brain, no heart.
I think it should be so you got to have a heart and a brain. And when that guy's like, I did it, you're like, well, I got you on tape, asshole. You're going to jail.
Yeah.
Your right to a legal defense and all the fair shit. You just admitted you fucking did it. So goodbye. And not some asshole making a couple $100,000 a year to be like, all right, how do I lie my way out of this one? Fuck. All right.
Right.
Shit. It's rough because he's definitely guilty as fuck.
For the very last thing here, man, once again, we jumped around to so many motherfucking subjects, man. But the very last thing I want to throw out here, and it should have been with the traffic thing, but I kind of left it out and shit. I don't care that you're just running into this motherfucking store for a couple of minutes and you'll be right back out. If I see your ass park in a handicap spot and you don't have a placard and you don't have a motherfucking thing on your license plate, I'm taking a picture of your license plate. I'm gonna take it straight to a fucking police officer, because like when my wife works there and shit, the police officers out there are constantly in the fucking parking lot, and I fucking direct you right over there. I don't care. Oh, I'm just grabbing one thing and shit, so I'm gonna go ahead and park in a handicap. I've literally witnessed a handicapped older lady not be able to fucking make it into the store because this dude had parked his giant ass, hillbilly ass, giant tire truck in the fucking handicap spot. And he's like, oh, I'm just running in for one fucking thing. But ended up spending a lot of time in there. And she just sat out there with her husband. Like there was no spots or nothing like that. And you could see the placard hanging. You could see the fucking, the symbol on their license plate. It's the most disrespecting thing in the world. I have a mentally handicapped son. My aunt has cerebral palsy. Every friend that I ever grew up with, I made an effort to actually be friends with them when other people weren't, because this is back in the 80s and 90s where people didn't know what cerebral palsy was. People didn't know about the levels of autism, the level of mental retardation, different things like that. So I was friends with these people way before, because nobody else would. I literally, through middle school into high school and stuff, I can name all their names off right now. They literally, there's just something that some reason people didn't want to hang out with them. Maybe they drooled a little bit. Maybe there was something going on. I went to these people's houses and I played Nintendo with them every day. I know what it's like to be handicapped and to struggle and to go through these things on a daily basis and to not want to ask for any help, but know that these little things out there, the ramps, the handicap spots, different things are there to help them, even though they don't like asking for help, even though they don't like putting that out there. Like, I need these things. And you fucking taking it away from them because you couldn't find a place to spot and you want to get right up front and you want to run in and grab one fucking thing. You're a piece of garbage. You're a human piece of garbage. I don't need to know you or anything about you. Park your ass a mile the fuck down and walk with your two fucking totally fine legs and walk your ass to that store. Maybe your fat ass will lose some weight anyways. Fucking.
So on that same note, do you get mad at the people that are just fat and get the handicap thing?
Yes.
Because I don't think you should be able to eat your way into free parking. Like, that's fucking horseshit.
Oh, all the time.
I don't think you should be able to eat your way into free parking. Like, just because you made bad decisions and ate McDonald's 6 times a day for fucking 15 years now, you get to park up front. Yeah. When, like you're saying, somebody could come. I mean, now we're at the day and age where there's multiple handicaps. But it used to just be like 2 at every place, and then one fat fucking lazy bitch would park there, and then what if that person that came in really needed that spot, but now just because you made bad life choices,
well, to be honest with you, what I'm being honest about is that the legal side of it. If you have a handicap placard and you have a handicap tag, I'm not a doctor. I don't know why this person has a handicap. I don't know what they have. If they get out of the fucking car and they happen to be fat, that doesn't mean that they're handicapped because they're fat.
I'll make a guess because I'm an asshole.
True.
It's probably because they ate too much. I'm not as nice of a guy as you apparently, but if they get out and they're walking fine, like
but in your mindset though, like they couldn't have been handicapped before they got fat.
But if they
get
still
out and they walk perfectly fine into the store, I'm thinking.
That's the thing though. Yeah, no, there's people out there that are going to take advantage of the system and they're going to lie and they're going to fake,
or they're using their mom's fucking handicap. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, I've seen that too.
A lot of it too is like people are like, oh, well, I just drive mom's van because she's got the handicap thing. I park right up front and I can run in and get my couple things. And then they sprint back to their car because they're using their fucking grandma's car or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, we're still talking case by case scenarios because obviously you don't know how that person has that placard and shit like that. But like I said, I've literally seen a person get out of the car and then they had to have their wheelchair come out of the side of the fucking van and then be put in it. You know what I mean? I'm talking about that level. You know what I'm saying? Like these things are there for them, and they're being used by somebody who's like, oh, I just need to grab some mouthwash. Fuck you. Like park to further down and just walk up. Like that's it. I can't, like I said, I can't like what you said. I can't say, oh, well, this person is just fat and that's how they became. I mean, obviously they're handicapped. Their doctors say that they're fucking handicapped enough to have this placard, to have this license plate. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, if they've got fat and they're diabetic and then they end up losing their fucking foot, then they need to. They should be allowed to hobble in,
getting up, and they're fucking. They're not walking freely into the store without a foot. You know what I mean? It's just you see that shit, and it's just like somebody gets up and then they just waddle their ass through the whole store. They don't even get one of the little fucking go-kart thingies.
Oh, on that same subject, I've seen people that don't need those. Yeah, the electric scooters in the motherfucking grocery stores that they just get it because they're fat. Yeah, that's it. I've seen that. Fuck those people too, because those things are for the handicapped people.
I think I heard some comedian once say like they should make like for those fat people to just get on those things, they should make like the ice cream aisles really narrow so those carts don't fit through it. Now I'm just being a dick. Man. Now I'm just being a dick.
Just
we're supposed to be mad about something. Mad, fuck the system.
All right. Well, I think honestly, that's the last subject right there, man. I think that's the last.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got nothing else. I can't even think of random shit to be mad about now.
On an hour 40.
Yeah, and like I said, I wanted to just give us a platform to throw some stuff out here. And like I said, this you throw out personal things, Carnage, you throw out personal things that's gonna affect you. But like I said, you never know. There could be another person out here that goes through the same shit you're going through, and be like, yeah, I needed to hear that. At least there's somebody out here that's going through the same shit. So
Doc, thank you so much for letting me get my struggles out about my my goddamn gummy bears.
I did not expect anal orgasms, but I want to tell people that cheap gummies suck.
Yeah, let's go.
There's going to be some.
I never want to relive getting an unexpected finger in the butt. But
there's going to be some kind of fucking protest about this. This cisgendered male was on here talking about frivolous things like gummy bears.
The comments around, be like, this dude's white. Clearly, he's a KKK guy. I didn't get to change none of my filters on my camera. I look white as fuck. I'm okay with it. I ain't reading the comments. Don't worry about it.
But anyways, man, like I said, man, we're gonna try to wrap this up here, man. It's a little bit over 1.5 hours, but we good. I want to thank y'all for coming and hanging out, man. And like I said, this just venting. You know what I mean? Of course, I agree with a lot of things y'all say. You agree with some of mine. Some of the things we don't agree on. You know what I mean? That's totally fine, man. We're humans.
We're different people from different areas now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So it is cool to find out though that people that, like I said, the different people from different types of life have the same problems, have the same issues, and they can talk about them and shit. And so, yeah, man, this is definitely fun. I enjoyed it, man. Hopefully, Vance, you just showed up. Kathy, you've been here since the beginning. Everybody that's been in here, just and putting your 2 cents in, throwing this stuff out, and just enjoying yourself because you're like, fuck, this is the stuff I think about all the time, and I don't have a way to say it. I'm glad I was able to, give y'all that platform to talk about it. And
Yeah.
have, you know.
I think it'd be really
Oh,
interesting, man. If you could, I don't know if you got any chicks that would do it, but if you had some chicks to come on here and give.
To be honest with you, the wife has said a couple of times that she's interested in coming on.
I mean, because right now, like you said, it seems kind of lopsided, like 3 white dudes just talking shit. Which obviously it's not like that, but some people are gonna take it like that. But if you had a couple chicks, or if you could do it with the chicks, and then get their side of like, well, I don't care if you got a small dick, doesn't mean you can't use it right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so what if it's 3 inches? You can still make me happy if you didn't just go and then be done.
I mean, once again, they say that the most sensitive part of a woman's vagina is the first 3 inches. So anything after that,
got it covered.
It's so there was just a random sex thing at the end, even though you skipped the person that's still listening, you skipped by the sex part. We just had to throw that out there. But that's all right. But like I said, man, I appreciate y'all, man. I knew this was gonna get a little crazy, man, and I wanted to get a little crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like it needs to get crazy sometimes. I said some of the things. I know some people are probably gonna be offended by what I said. People probably might get offended with what Karnage said. I don't think B said anything that's offensive, but that's him, bro. He's too fucking laid back. He smokes too much weed. Even his offensive things, they're like gummy bears. Like that's it. Like that's all he's done.
That was one. That was one weird one. All right, one weird one.
No, but I appreciate you, man. Like I said, and I consider y'all some good friends, man. And like
thanks,
I said,
Doc. Man, anytime you need something, just let me know. I love you, big dog.
We're still pushing on this Twitch thing, man. So y'all already know. Check me out. Check Beast out. Check Karnage out, man. We're trying to. We're trying to be the next Tim the Tatmans or something, man. We're at least just trying to get paid, pay some bills. So check us out, man. And
for sure.
I'm up out of here, man. I'll see you, Beast, man. I'll see you, Karnage. Everybody have a good night. This is your boy, Doc Hyde. I'm up out of here, y'all. I'll see you on the next one.